What's up, guys? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we're blessed yet again with another very special opportunity of filming with another supercar. But if you're watching this right now, definitely drop a like in the video so we can have more people joining the osazevlogs family. Behind me is a Ferrari 458 Spider. This is actually the last naturally aspirated V8 engine made by Ferrari. So let's talk about it. So this Ferrari 458 Spider originally came out in 2009 and it lived up until 2015. It's rocking a 4.5 liter V8 pumping out 562 horses, pushing somewhere around 398 pound-feet of torque. And did I mention that this bad boy revs up to 9,000 RPM? So we're talking 0 to 60 numbers in 3.3 seconds and a top speed of 202 miles an hour. This is all coming from a rear-wheel drive platform. Also, because this is the 458 Spider and not the Italia, it is indeed a convertible. So for all these hot summer days that we're having, it's just perfect to ride around with the top down. So stock-wise, these cars come with Brembo carbon ceramic brakes, and that's pretty much standard. It was also the first mid-engine V8 to be offered without a manual gearbox. That's why you got some really nice paddles in here. I mean, as you sit in the car, you're greeted with 458 Spider. You have the Ferrari logo to let you know you're in the actual pony you want, the Italian kind, as opposed to the American Mustang. But you do have such a gigantic tachometer right here, and this entire steering wheel just screams race car. Engine start, big ass pony right here in the middle. The paddle shifters here are mounted to the column, not the steering wheel, of course, because you know, when you're turning and everything, you still want to be able to reach them. And these are aftermarket paddle shifters as well, because the Ferrari ones actually stop probably like right here in the middle, and these come all the way down, giving it such a much more aggressive look. I mean, the entire interior of this car screams luxury. Look at the carbon fiber. And the seats here are Daytona seats. They're not the racing seats, but I mean, of course, if you're gonna daily this vehicle, you definitely want a little bit more cushion for your bosom. But you know I love the sound of exhaust notes, so let's go ahead and listen to this crazy car. So as I said before, this is Ferrari's last naturally aspirated V8 engine. Before was the F430 and the Ferrari 360. Then, of course, because, you know, we gotta upgrade as we grow along in life, came the 488, which is something that we saw earlier in the video, and then the F8 Tributo. Now, back when it came out, you could pick one of these up for upwards of 225K. And guess what? They're still the same freaking price because it's timeless. Now, Ferrari did come out with two more limited edition versions of the 458, and that was the 458 Speciale and then the 458 Speciale Aperta. And if you're wondering what the main difference is between this 458 Spider and the Speciale, well, the Speciale is track oriented, it weighs a lot less, and it has active aerodynamics. It's also a limited edition car, and yeah, it's like I don't know, $800,000 more. And now it's time to take the 458 out on the road so I can show you what it's capable of. now it's time to get behind the wheel of the 458 Spider, and I'm gonna let you know how I feel about it. And we're sat behind the wheel of a Ferrari 458 Spider, and man, I'm so excited because I've never driven a Ferrari before. This just so happens to be the first one that I'll drive, and already I can tell you it feels extremely freaking raw. Man, this is beautiful. This car is so responsive. Wow, I love this. I love this. And he has a Capristo exhaust as well. So one of the things I noted a lot of people say about the 458 is that it feels like it's an extension of your body, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Everything here is super responsive. When I let off the throttle a little bit, it doesn't drone at all. I'm off the throttle. Now I'm touching on it just the slightest bit, and you're gonna get that drone. So this is what I'd call an archetype car, man. The steering is just so precise. It's fantastic, man. The pedals are so super responsive. I mean, it's really a super fast car. You know, that doesn't get old. The visibility in here, people, it's outstanding. It's definitely not Camaro visibility, but I can literally see everything all around me, right behind me. That window goes down, by the way. So you want to know, you going Gallardo or 458 Spider? I'm going 458 Spider because of how sleek it is, because of the design. You know, it's not as flashy and as out there as like Lamborghini per se, but it still carries the same hype, you know. It's still a really cool car, and the engine is right behind me, and dude, it's timeless. It's the last freaking V8 that Ferrari ever had that was naturally aspirated, man. And when you listen to the way it hums, and you slow it down, bro, and then you downshift again, and then you do it a third time, and then you step on it, oh, you are back in your seat. Oh my gosh. It's so responsive, people. I mean, that's exactly why you get a car like this, man. When you step on the throttle and you feel like you're running as fast as the Flash. Granted, it's not the fastest car. I mean, we're only talking 550 plus horsepower, right? But it's still super fun. You're not buying this for the speed because you want to be faster. You're buying it for the instant freaking power. Look at that. God. Oh my goodness. These shifts, man. These shifts. And you're planted, man. You're planted. The rear wheel drive platform here is just spectacular. So I saw a lot of reviews also talking about the fact that the 458, while it might not have like a super cheap interior, it has a cheap interior, and things can tend to, you know, break away or, you know, fade and get old over time, so it just looks horrible. And I'm sure that's like worst case scenario, but like this being a 2014, oh man, everything here is pristine. It has just about 2,800 miles on it, 27,857 to be more exact. And I mean, like, it's a great looking car. It smells great, it feels great, the stitching is so wonderful. And you should also know there is a perfect and wonderful aftermarket for the Ferrari 458. So if you want your car to look like a Speciale, well, guess what? All you have to do is buy the body kit. Though it's not the same, obviously, but it's still super cool. I love the fact that the tachometer is dead center, right in your face. And it only has a very small digital section. Everything else is right up in your face. So the fact that that's the case, and I love the fact that the pedals don't move too, man. The that's the case, you know, it lets you know, hey man, race car, that is what you're in right now. And the rear wheel drive in this, it feels so much more stable than the 765 LT. Granted, that did have double the freaking power. Exhaust here, it's like it doesn't even sound like a V8 almost. You know, it's like, okay, I know that's what it is, but the hum, the tone, just everything about it, that just gives you F1 vibes. So remember earlier when I told you that these cars came out at $225,000 plus? Well, with all the little upgrades that the owner has done to this car itself, suggested retail value is about 300K, man, and that's a lot of money for a car. And one thing I love about this car is that when you sit behind the wheel of it, man, literally all your worries fade away. You can't help but just focus and live in the moment of an incredible vehicle. So the reason why we're not launching the car today is because Ferrari did a bad job when they put launch control in this car. Apparently, if you launch it, you're definitely gonna probably like destroy the tranny, and you don't want to do that. So we're gonna, you know, just take off from a stop and then blast it. The way that this car handles around corners as well, absolutely spectacular. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. In conclusion, man, this Ferrari, especially being the first one that I've ever driven, I can't say there's anything that makes you feel this way. It's raw enough to give you that adrenaline rush and that pump and that connection to feel like the car is an extension of yourself. It's not super extremely obnoxious like a twin turbo rear bumper delete Huracan flame spitting 10-foot monster beast that's gonna draw too much attention from you, but you're gonna get everything that you need from it. I mean, why do you need to have a 1,000 horsepower car when you can sit behind the wheel of something like this, hit a couple shifts, and then have you know, just as much as fun? All in all, guys, words cannot explain just what an absolutely spectacular time I had today filming with this Ferrari. And a huge shout out to Joey. His Ferrari is absolutely incredible. As you saw, definitely shoot him a follow on Instagram at JojoWells30. And if you're interested in filming a video like this with your car, then just hit the DMs on IG and we'll make it happen. Also, don't forget to copy yourself some TunerGodz merch right down below if you haven't already though. But yo, we're gonna wrap this up right here. So you already know, peace, love, sleep in grease. Like, share, and subscribe for more vlogs, videos like this one, cause osazevlogs.
I say flingy back on me. Chatty batty and do it on a beat. Me and the liquor and I'm a cup and never free. Girl, they looking at your eye, tell me, come now. She want love now.